As one of the most nutritionally complete foods available, can you believe that 41% of Americans believe that potatoes are unhealthy? The low-carb craze claim that potatoes lack nutrients and supply nothing but empty carbohydrates. Full of carbs? Yes, but the good kind.
Potatoes are a nutrient-dense food. You'll find that many minerals and vitamins are provided in as high amounts as the percentage of calories. In particular, vitamin C, potassium, vitamin B6. For a 10-ounce potato, you would get almost half the daily supply, recommended supply of vitamin C, vitamin B6, of potassium. They're also rich in certain phytonutrients such as carotenoids, antioxidants, and phenolic compounds. Some varieties have been identified that have as much antioxidants as kale or spinach. Health organizations recommend that our total caloric intake, 45 to 75% come from complex carbohydrates. Complex carbs are things like starches, which are longer polymers. So it takes us a little bit longer to digest them than the simple carbohydrates. Potatoes, of course, are a good source of complex carbohydrates. A study out of Cornell several years ago showed that potatoes are the third largest contributor of antioxidants in the American diet after apples and oranges.
Potatoes have a rich history, considered a favorite vegetable around the world. The potato is a versatile crop that can be grown in a multitude of climates. But Idaho has become famous for its potatoes due to the perfect growing conditions.
Potato was domesticated by native South Americans approximately 7,000 years ago. When the Europeans arrived in South America, samples of potato were taken to first the Azores island and then into Spain. It was considered a curiosity to begin with, but spread to Italy and then Germany. Over a period of about 100 years, it changed from botanical curiosity to something that was really a very important foodstuff for Europe. It actually returned to the Western Hemisphere with Scots and Irish immigrants who went to the Northeast and spread to other areas of the world. What attracted people so much to the potato was its productivity. It was more productive than almost any other crop that they were growing. It also wasn't covered by a lot of land tenure laws of the time, and especially the Irish, who were mostly tenants for the English, could keep it as their own food. They didn't have to give part of it to their landlords. And it has become the fourth most important main crop in the world. Breeding involves trying to produce new types of a crop by putting together traits that previously were in one or more parents and trying to get them together in the progeny. With potato, it can take up to 15 years to produce a new variety. When you start looking at colors in particular, the red or purple colors of the anthocyanins, yellow or orange colors of the carotenoids, they are very good nutrients.
It has been said that you could actually live off of potatoes, much like the Irish did, due to their nutritional completeness. Potatoes were an important source of fuel during the Industrial Revolution and an integral crop to many cultures around the world. Now that you know how good potatoes are, what is happening with potatoes in the U.S.? Today, there are many hybrids of the potato, some of the most successful of which are the Klondike Rose and Klondike Gold Dust varieties.
Potandon began in 1995 from former employees of the Pillsbury Corporation. Had an opportunity in Shelley, Idaho to acquire the rights of Green Giant Fresh potatoes and onions. Hence the name developed on a napkin, Potandon, potatoes and onions. Potandon actually brought in the first varieties that were different and actually started new exclusive varieties into the marketplace. A lot of the consumers now are intrigued by different colors and different compounds that they hear, such as anthocyanins, which is the purple and purple potatoes, or carotenoids, which is the yellow and yellow potatoes. Potatoes have water, nutrients, vitamin B6, full of potassium, high in vitamin C, and most people don't realize they're high in vitamin C.
Potandon, the largest potato marketer in North America, is an innovative leader in the industry dedicated to introducing new varieties of our favorite vegetable. Myths about the potato's supposed lack of nutritional value have led to the introduction of bills that would eliminate potatoes from school lunch programs.
If you look into the report that the USDA had written on this, it said kids were deficient in things like potassium. They were deficient in fiber. They were deficient in vitamin C. And then if you look at the potato nutrition label, fiber, vitamin C, potassium, those are all the strengths of the potatoes. So it really didn't make sense of why the government was trying to eliminate potatoes out of the school lunch program. For 60 days straight, I ate nothing but potatoes. No sour cream, no butter, no gravy, none of that stuff. I didn't really think that I would get healthier. I actually lost 21 pounds. My cholesterol dropped like a rock. My triglycerides dropped by 60 points. Blood pressure was great. Lots of energy. All my health indicators, my blood chemistry were eating just potatoes. I actually got healthier, which really kind of surprised me.
Potandon is on a mission to educate the public on the true nutritional value of the potato and the role it plays in the future of the modern American diet.
We are developing products that are sustainable to the growers. That's really the staple behind our potatoes. That everything's been done in a manner that they can feel good about taking home to their families and eating.
In a nation so confused when it comes to nutrition, Potandon is dedicated to combating misinformation about the potato.
The potato is one of the most healthy items you can choose. You can do any dish with it, from mashed to fried if you want to au gratin, to baked, to steamed, to boiled. A lot of people don't seem to think that a potato can be used in desserts. I use potatoes all the time in my desserts. In cakes, I use the potato flours or potato starches, or I will simply grate or puree up a potato to add into something as a thickening agent. Great example are fruit pies. Simply grate up a potato and put it into the filling. The starches from the potato will help to thicken your fillings. And so you just have to be creative with your uses of them. And honestly, it's probably one of the most versatile items that a chef has in the kitchen.
For more information about Potandon and to find more recipes like these, please visit www.klondikebrands.com.